Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostle nails of great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua have mercy upon you. Alright, I'll make a video here on concerning the God chosen people over in the land of Jerusalem. What a joke. And concerning Gaza, the people over there being starved to death. This is on Face the Nation. In Gaza, hunger forces impossible choices as Hamas releases propaganda video of hostage. Listen, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, those small hatters over there, and the American people, they're one and the same. They both did what? Very deceptive. They don't do nothing but lie and manipulate. But the world is on to America and Israel, on to both of them. It's just a matter of time before the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua take these devils down, right? But you devils over here in America, y'all gotta suffer a little more because all the wickedness that you all have been doing over here in America, been getting away with it for centuries, man. For centuries, y'all been getting away with it. And when I say get away with it, I mean y'all have died and came back and still pushing out that wickedness. Hey, that's what it is. For those of you all have ears to hear and understand the truth concerning the Bible, concerning reincarnation. Everybody comes back. And what dummy says otherwise, they just show that their ignorance concerning themselves. You have people all the time say what? Man, it seems like I did this before, I done been there, I done blah 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 blah. You look familiar or whatever. Right? But that's another story. Another story. So let's get right into it.
Between Israel and Hamas, our Deborah Patta went with the Israel Defense Forces into Gaza last week, a rare visit for journalists. She filed this report.
Hunger has forced an impossible choice in Gaza: risk gunfire or starvation. They shoot constantly, said this teenager. This boy was standing next to us and he was killed. Hundreds have been killed near the US-funded Gaza Humanitarian Foundation aid hubs controlled by the Israeli Defense Forces, which denies it fires on desperate crowds. But under global pressure, the IDF allowed more UN supplies in this past week and took us to an aid collection point just inside Gaza to prove they are not deliberately starving Palestinians. The IDF has brought us here to demonstrate that, as far as they're concerned, there is...
Let me make a point. You see how they love pushing these devils out here like they innocent. They're just like, I seen this today, right? Let me show you something right quick. Let's see if I can find this video right quick, y'all. I sent it to somebody. Let me show you something right quick. Let me show you how deceptive these devils are, right? How deceptive they are, and this is the type of behavior that they damn. Let me see why. Hold on, y'all. I know I got it somewhere. I think I got it right here. Hold up. Here we go. Look at this right here, right? This is look at them, and then the guy's putting it up. He's saying something doesn't add up. Meaning you got females here claiming to take away rubbish off of a building that has fell in. I don't know all the details surrounding it. I got to sneeze. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Ooh, all of a sudden, they never say. Let me show you something right quick though. Let me get it up. Hold on, let me get it up first. Look at this shit here, right? Just to show you, you see how they got back here all these boxes back here, all these, like they're not keeping this from them the people that's starving or whatever, man. These people are so deceptive, man, and full of shit. It's ridiculous. So look at this right here, right? Look at this right here, and the guy making a point. I might have to play it twice because it ain't long, but listen to this right here.
Do you see what I see? Notice this. Does that strike you as odd? A woman carrying a giant pile of rubble and barely looks like it weighs anything at all. Where have we seen this before? And I'm going to show you something else too. Carrying a giant bucket of rubble and then immediately setting it down off camera. Also, look, carrying it with one hand, as this guy struggles to carry his bucket because he's a better actor, right? We're going to watch this again. Notice something else. If you were here cleaning rubble, wouldn't you have some stains on you? Wouldn't you be a little bit dirty? Instead, they're perfectly clean and able to carry large blocks of rubble with complete ease. No problem at all. Tiny little woman carrying a giant block of rubble and a giant bucket of rubble with just one arm, completely clean, and then sets it down off camera right there.
Hey, y'all.
You see how deceptive these people are, man? See how deceptive they are? They acting like they carrying big giant boulders and they cleaning the rubbish from somewhere that someone blew up and claiming to save people from under the rubbish or whatever the situation is. It's just the deceit that just ain't no different than the space program over here in America. There's somebody always going to the moon. If y'all sitting around believing that shit today and believing that these people are not committing horrific crimes when they blowing up shit right over here in America, man, something wrong with you. You just don't have good common sense that the Most High gave you, man. You allow these people to control your way of thinking, just like they're controlling most of your way of thinking that you really have a choice when it comes to a Democrat or Republican. Not just you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of the land. Esau, Edom, just as dumb as you. All of y'all are in the same boat when it comes to equally being stupid. But at least Esau, Edom is in his kingdom, and he's getting if the devil coming down, when the devil come down, he coming down on all people, including his own people. So this is what you see now. And they're over here starving these people out to death. And you're going to see a little more. I might play it again. I might just go down to the next video down here and show you that these people are very deceptive and wicked, man. And y'all run around here thinking and tell me some these are just say verbatim, like y'all say, God people. Shit is ridiculous, man.
Responsibility for delivering aid stops right here. But look at what happens in this UN footage as it tries to deliver that food.
It's kids. It's children.
Shots landing right in front of desperately hungry Palestinians. In this World Food Programme video, one of their trucks is looted by people so crazed with hunger they say they'll do anything to get something to eat. Inside Gaza...
Man, look at this place, man. They have literally destroyed for miles you can see, man. They have destroyed this place, man. Blowed it to smithereens, man. These people don't have anything over here, man. Look, they have leveled everything. Boy, you take Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. You think the wicked are not in control of the earth, man? These people are so wicked, man. It's ridiculous, man. But, you know, Esau, you know, you got it coming. Y'all got it coming.
There are still 20 living hostages who've been held for 667 days, including...
Look at that. Look at that. Look at this here. Look at all of this here, man. It's not a perfect building. It's not one building that they haven't blown to pieces. Not one.
Including Ron Braslavsky and Eviatar David. Hamas released new propaganda footage of David looking so skeletal, his brother Eli fears he is on the brink of death.
Hamas is using Eviatar in one of the most horrific and calculated campaigns of cruelty imaginable.
According to a recent poll, 3 out of 4 Israelis want the hostages freed in exchange.
Let me see something here. I'm going to play this video here. This video here now this video I'm just showing you right here was 11 hours ago, right? I'm going to show you this. This was like a day ago. Check this out.
Let me just make the point. It's called the March for Humanity or whatever. Let me tell you, unless you are holding up banners for this man, Eviatar David, a video was released. I'm about to show you the video. It's just it's very distressing content, so if you don't want to look, turn away. But this footage was released by Hamas. That's the first thing to say. But the family of Eviatar David, who there is saying he is in one of the tunnels, he's a hostage and he is digging his own grave. And this was released by Hamas, but the family, more importantly, of Eviatar David, want this video to be seen to show the horror of what this young man has been forced to endure since October 7th in 2023. This is horrific. This is who you are supporting if you march on the bridge today. You are supporting the people who do this. Hang your heads in shame. Absolutely disgusting. You hypocrites who say you are doing this for humanity. Where's the humanity for that man, Eviatar David? Where is your humanity, you disgusting grubs? Every person on that bridge should hang their head in shame. And let me tell you, if you're a politician and you're doing that and you're walking out there, don't ever, ever, ever expect a vote from any sensible Australian ever again.
See, they go pushing somebody some voting, y'all. This is Australian news right here, right? This is what these people are doing to these people over there. Hey, I mean, you know, I don't have no dog in neither fight, right? Because when it's all said and done, you know, Gaza, Hamas, you know, that land belongs to us anyway. You know, it all serves its purpose. The things that you're seeing in the earth. But I'm just highlighting the wickedness of Esau Edom and how evil this man really is. And you all be trying to defend this man and trying to place them in the kingdom of heaven side by side with the Israelites, with the true Israelites, which is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of this land, man. This devil is not going to be, this devil is going under the feet first under the Israelite. All of y'all going under the feet of us. You all are going to be under our feet. But Esau Edom, you going to get it the worst of the worst, baby. Over 1,000+ years. They say 1,000 years, but we know it's going to be, it might be 1,999 years. And right before you get to that 2,000, you're going to be gathered together and deleted.
In my opinion, and you know who you are, hang your head in shame.
I would have a lot more sympathy for these people because I think they're not all Hamas supporters, Rowan. There are people there who are just very much
simpletons. Like I said,
well, you could call them
if we've got to this point after 2 years and you still don't get it, you're a simpleton.
Okay, yes, they're allowing themselves to be useful idiots, but that criticism would, from us included, probably wouldn't be there if there was just a little bit of consistency. If whilst you're marching for humanity, for peace, you're also holding up some banners about the atrocities that occurred on October 7, for the children that were murdered, for that poor young man who's being tortured slowly, and the psychological warfare there of having him dig his own grave, not just the physical torment they're inflicting on him. So if you just have some banners disavowing Hamas, a terrorist group, saying something about the victims across the board, I think a lot more Australians would be sympathetic. But it's the fact that we've seen throughout the last 2 years, these protests, they are not acknowledging that. In fact, if someone turns up with an anti-Hamas banner, they get attacked.
Well, here's the thing, it's all very well and good to say that, not everybody on this bridge is going to be pro-Hamas. And I'm sure in their hearts, many of them believe that they're not pro-Hamas. But the fact of the matter is that...
See, boy, it's the media, man. All this shit is West. Australia, America, all that shit is in the same boat, They not as, I mean, they're all Edomites. They're all Edomites. So they're all wicked. But, nobody's worse than those Israelis over there, man. Those small hatters in America, man. America got to go. America got to go. I mean, this is what you see, man. This shit is so vicious and horrific that you can't even really speak on it. It's so many videos over here. I'm gonna play one more video here. Let me see something right quick. I don't think they're gonna show anything. They won't run their mouth. They want to talk good and give you a good song and dance. I'm finna show you some more. Let me see something here. Nah, I like a video shit there. Let's go to this guy here. They keep showing this guy here digging his own grave and stuff. I'm not gonna let me see something here. 1 second. Let's go right here right quick.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a garage.
Lock it, y'all. Wait a minute. Here we go.
A deeply emotional moment during a recent interview on the Tucker Carlson show, retired Green Beret Lieutenant Colonel Tony Aguilar shared a revelation so raw and heart-wrenching. It left Tucker Carlson visibly stunned and speechless.
Let me ask you about the story that you have told that's a really difficult story, awful story, but about the boy who you were in contact with who was killed, shot to death. What happened?
So, this little boy is similar in age to my son. Brown eyes. My son has brown eyes. I see my son's face when I look at him. And this little boy, he's not ISIS. He's not a combatant. This was on secure distribution site number 2, the 28th of May, our second day of doing distribution. I'm on that location. I didn't get this secondhand. I didn't see it from afar and then assume I saw it. I touched it. I felt it. Other people saw it. This young little boy, his name is Amir. I know that because when he walked over from the crowd of people, he walked toward me. There was 2 of us standing there, 2 UG Solutions guards standing in that area. And he was walking towards us, and we thought maybe he was hurt or maybe he was asking for some more food because all he had in his arms was a small bag of rice, half a bag of flour, some lentils that he had picked up from the ground. He didn't have much. And we thought maybe he was asking for more food or maybe he was hurt. And we notioned him over, and he came up and he extends his right hand at us. And so I kind of walked up to him and waved him over. And the guy standing next to me, this young boy, holds his hand and he kisses it. And then he comes to me and he holds my hand and he kisses it. In Arab culture, that is a very significant sign of respect. That's not something that should be taken lightly or something that should be... That's a big sign of respect. And we were taken aback by that. The gentleman that was standing next to me was also a military veteran, combat veteran. So he's been to Afghanistan, Iraq, and he was moved by it. He was touched. I was touched. And as he was standing there, we were both looking at him, and he was very emaciated. He had no shoes on. His pants were tattered. He had a kind of a rope or string holding his pants up. Filthy. Probably hasn't bathed in months. Probably hasn't eaten in days. And oh, by the way, when they walk 8 to 12 kilometers to get to these sites, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation mechanism provides no water. Zero. Not a single bottle. Because it's too expensive. Distributing water weighs so much that it breaks down the profit per cost per truck. That's a fact.
Woo, his lad, man. But these people are literally starving them people to death, man. Cost, y'all. They wasn't about cost versus people being starved to death, y'all. Who's doing that, y'all? The devil doing that, y'all. The devil, the so-called white man is doing that, man. He's doing that. Evil, wicked, Zionists. Worst case scenario, famine in Gaza as Palestinians are shot. Now watch this right here.
President Trump said today that both he and the First Lady are deeply affected by the starvation crisis in Gaza, as health officials there say the death toll keeps rising.
She thinks it's terrible, and she sees the same pictures that you see, and that we all see, and I think everybody, unless they're pretty cold-hearted or worse than that, nuts.
Hey, Trump full of shit. Trump, you support this here. You see it. You ain't doing nothing about it. Trump says First Lady thinks Gaza crisis is terrible.
There's nothing you can say other than it's terrible when you see the kids.
On Monday, the president said the U.S. will set up food centers in Gaza to help those facing starvation and malnutrition, and he disagreed with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said over the weekend there is no starvation in Gaza.
You talking about the devil. Look at that line. Huh? There's no starvation. They're showing you on the Hey, man, it's amazing how they put, that's how they do us. They can gun us down in the streets. You got 15 white men with guns, and they can all of them got 15 shots, and all of them unloaded in this guy's body, and then they'll turn around and tell you that's not what happened. He swung on he reached for a gun. So reach for a gun, so he's supposed to get hit 50 times? Come on, man. These people, man. These are the deceitful devil, man. They just, what that is, I'm not going to get no precept right now, boy. I just thought about this precept. What that is, well, I know it got Job, too. I mean, Job 13. And then you got Psalm 58. That is 13 and 2. Yeah, but ye are what? Ye are forgers of lies, meaning deceivers. Ye are all physicians of no value. This is what you got when you're dealing with the devil, of the earth, Esau, Edom. That's what they do, man. They lie. The Psalm 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. He's sitting there, nobody's starving. And I just showed you what, man, they got so many videos on him, ridiculous, man. Showing you the people being people starving. And he get right on the news and say nobody's being starved in Gaza.
The latest on the crisis now from CNN's Jeremy Diamond. We do want to...
They take that back.
Nuts.
They take that back again.
There's nothing you can say other than it's terrible when you see the kids.
On Monday, the president said the U.S. will set up food centers in Gaza to help those facing starvation and malnutrition, and he disagreed with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said over the weekend there is no starvation in Gaza. The latest on the crisis now from CNN's Jeremy Diamond. We do want to warn you, some of this video is disturbing.
Desperate and hungry, thousands of Palestinians scramble onto aid trucks that have just entered the Gaza Strip. They grab what they can, anything for the chance to feed themselves and their families. This sea of desperation captured this weekend, driven by months of Israeli restrictions on aid distribution in Gaza.
If you're a content creator, then you need to be using Motion Ray for your videos.
They are literally starving these people out.
Amid global...
But guess what? This is coming to America right here. You see this right here, y'all? They finna do the same thing to y'all. So get a good look now. Get a good look. They finna do the same thing to us over here in America, y'all. So if y'all not able to the truth, you still calling on Jesus, This is your outcome right here. Huh? You Israelite. You Israelite still calling on the blonde hair, blue-eyed white man. He's the one feeling the same blonde hair, blue-eyed white man that's causing this right here. He gonna cause this same behavior over here in America, and then you're gonna get the same. This is gonna be the same outcome. Slow death.
Outrage, Israel is now reversing course, ceasing fire in parts of Gaza for 10 hours a day and opening designated secure routes to allow more aid trucks to flow in. Steps humanitarian aid organizations have sought for months. More than 200 trucks of aid were distributed in Gaza on Monday, according to Israel. But many more will be needed to even begin to alleviate this crisis. As children scrape bits of flour from the beds of those trucks, the world's leading global authority on food security says the worst-case scenario of famine is now unfolding. Israel also allowing airdrops into Gaza for the first time in months, sending Palestinians running to grab what they can. But as a rifle is fired into the air, a reminder that it is often the strongest, like gangs who steal and resell food at higher prices, who are first to eat. I didn't get anything, this elderly lady says. I was crushed in the crowd. While some manage to grab a full box, others emerge with just a few items: flour, oil, pasta. This aid is disgraceful. We are not dogs to be made to run after aid. People fought over it. We'd rather die of hunger with dignity than die in humiliation and filth. Palestinians are also...
See, that's what you're gonna get in America real soon. Jacob Trouble. Jacob Trouble is Esau's end. Or what? Of this place here. And you and the wicked 2/3, y'all don't get away, man. You Israelites. You wicked 2/3, y'all don't get away. With your wickedness, you're gonna find yourself in predicament just like this here.
Those still getting shot and killed while trying to get aid, prompting more outpourings of grief. Look at them, they died, this man says. They went to Netzarim to get food. Every day he would go get food for his children. The two men were brothers, among 14 people killed by Israeli forces near an aid distribution site run by the American Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry. No comment from the Israeli military. In the hospital's morgue, this body is a testament to an entirely different weapon.
And you tell me, he said nobody, the president says, Benjamin Netanyahu said nobody's starving over there, y'all. What is this?
So,
let me get off of this here, man. Look at that people's bodies, man. Let me get off of this here. Let's go back. Let's go back. Right, let's go back. Let's see.
In a powerful and deeply emotional moment during a recent...
Let's go back. Let's see something. Let's hear a little more of this here, and I'm going to get into a lesson, y'all. Because I'm almost 30 minutes in. I'm going to play a couple more minutes of this here. Let me see something here. I don't think he got what I want. Right here.
And someone is on the east side of the berm shooting into the crowd over here. You can't see what's on the other side of that berm because of the obscuration, the field of fire. So the IDF are shooting at the crowd that's leaving. As the crowd left and they would hit the Morag corridor to go west, the IDF would shoot at them, shoot at their feet, shoot over their head. We would shoot at them, shoot at their feet, shoot over their head, shoot into the air, and the bullets start hitting off the ground. There's video of this. It's on the BBC video. Hitting off the ground, see dirt flying up, and I was still on the site. I was below the berm. It was the second time we had done distribution. So when I heard the gunfire kick off, the automatic machine gun fire, I thought we were under attack. I thought something had happened. So I ran up to the southern berm and I laid down to take cover. You know, I'm observing and I'm looking, and I see the shooting keep going on, like just the rap, and Palestinians dropping on the side of the road. So Amir didn't make it home. He walked 12 kilometers to get some food, picked up scraps off the ground, because that's all that was left, because the 8-minute mayhem took all of the food, and by the time he got there, walking with no shoes, hungry and tired. The only thing left for him was to pick up some remnants off the ground. And when he left, he was killed by the IDF. Why? Because they lack discipline, they lack standards, and they lack basic human decency. The only way I could describe the sites is death traps. And they didn't become death traps, they were designed as death traps. And the United States puts aid and we lure them in, and when they leave, they get shot at coming and they get shot at going. So the reports you hear from Nasser Hospital, which is about 5 kilometers from site number 2, Nasser Hospital, that you hear all the reports of dead civilians coming in to get treated, the doctors have said this is grotesque. Doctors have testified that every time GHF does a distribution at site 1, 2, or 3, which the road from those goes directly to the Nasser Hospital, they get a massive influx of patients to what they call mass casualties, an MCI, mass casualty incident, every time.
Have you ever heard of any other country do it? I've never heard of anything like this, but I haven't spent 25 years deployed in war zones.
You ever heard of something like this? It's happening right here in America to the blacks, Hispanics. This is Esau's nature. You heard of it. You seen it. Some of your forefathers have done it. You heard of it.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen this anywhere.
Anywhere to this scale. Now, in other countries that I've been in with partnered forces, are there sometimes an errant or undisciplined, bad apple in the group that you discipline and you correct that behavior? Sure, I've seen that. At this scale, to where it's widely accepted, but then to also the fact that the UG Solutions contractors also do it under the guise of, well, the IDF do it, so we're fine with doing it. Never have I seen an American behave this way. Never have I seen an army.
Man, please. Shit. They're still over hanging niggas over here. So what you mean they ain't never...
Let me just make the point.
You ain't never seen an American do that over here. Goddamn lie. I'll put it on him. Right? So let's go here, right? We'll go to Psalms, right? Real quick. Psalm 75 in verse 4. I said unto the fools, deal not what foolishly into the wicked. Wicked who? Esau, Edom. Lift not up the horn. That horn goes into what? Power, right? Lift not up your horn on high. Speak not with what? A stiff neck. And that stiff neck is him being what? Proud as hell, man. Who is more proud than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man? Right? Look at what they do. This is a normal behavior that Esau Edom been doing since he been having rulership of the earth, man. And y'all still want to say these people here are the most high chosen people, man. Madness, man. Just totally madness, man. Ecclesiasticus, what I want, 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. These devils they took the whole world, man, the whole entire world, and they still not satisfied. Gunned down thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, and they still not satisfied. Esau Edom love blood, man. He love blood, man. That's why they drink it. There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one setteth his own soul to sell. Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. These devils ain't never had no morals, man, or no integrity. None. At all. But guess what? Verse 10. The physician, Yahushua, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus, cutteth off a long disease. And that long disease is what? The cancer of the earth. And who is that? Start with America, Babylon. Babylon will get it like no other. Lake of fire. Israel gonna get it. Jerusalem. Right? The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is to what? Today a king. Who the king, y'all? Babylon. the daughter of Babylon, which is America, that whore, in Revelation 17. Tomorrow shall what? Shall die. So it's only a matter of time before Esau Edom gets his just due, because you know, his reign of terror is he got to finish putting that judgment on you wicked 2/3 and his people. So he's not finished. He's not finished. The Most High gonna make sure y'all suffer, man. He gonna make sure you suffer. But Esau Edom, you know, been getting away with even, you know, the ones that just say America, right? Their forefathers, they died wealthy, died with multiple battles under their belt. They have died with nothing but straight wickedness that they have been done and been punched and what is it? Damn, I'm lost for words concerning their reckless behavior in the earth, man, since they've been in authority of the earth. So let's real quick let the scriptures speak, and nothing can speak like the scriptures, right? Damn, Job. Before I go there, let's go to Job real quick. Job 14 and verse 5, right? Seeing his days, whose days? His days are determined. America's days are determined. America, the end times of what? Of Babylon, America, the daughter of Babylon, and Israel. But America is what? America is that golden cup in Yahweh Shai's hand. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot go past. So real soon Esau Edom is gonna be exposed to a wider level, and his ending is gonna end like no other. Like no other, because this place will not be inhabited again. You know, all of the bones and that lie beneath the earth, and all this pavement and cement of the Israelites, Esau Edom got to pay for that, man. They forefathers got to pay for it. With that Jeremiah 21 and 19. God, be the verbatim, God layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. So when his judgment comes, he gonna know that the Lord is the one that done it. Why? How? I mean, he already know it, because he being warned by who? The prophets. The prophets are going to continue to warn and give you all the truth concerning the scriptures, and not giving you smooth words, and giving you that love everybody and love the world. Y'all think Yahweh Shai coming down, who y'all eagerly call Jesus, coming down here to pass out roses, man, to y'all, man. Y'all just as ignorant as, I mean, you Israelites, I expect for your ignorance, because most of you all are not going to get it during this time anyway. You got to be what? You got to be put in the pit, which is the grave, and then come back through the lawns of the 1/3 of the children of Israel. Job 21 and 20. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. That's Yahweh. By the hands of who? Yahweh Shai. The angels, those nuclear missiles, the chariots. This is the destruction of Babylon that is at hand. Let's go to Jeremiah. Went right to it. Jeremiah, 2 pages over. Jeremiah 22 and verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong. Who that sound like? Boy, if that ain't Esau Edom the devil, boy, who that sound like? Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his what? His neighbor's service without wages. How long our forefathers been over here slaving and work for free They have, man, trees and trees and trees of dollars, man. That they still, man, they still got some of that old money, but from back when our ancestors were picking cotton and corn and you name it, sugar, corn, or whatever, cane. These are they still got that. That's old money that they're gonna have until what? Until your Habashah come here and what and take it, and we as a people get all the glory back. And in the process of getting the glory back and being rulers of the earth, we're gonna get all our gold back, all of it, and more. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness in his chamber. I know you all don't want to hear the truth. A lot of you all don't want to hear the truth because why? The truth hurts. Right? The truth hurts. And a lot of people don't want to hear the truth, including our own people, because they what? Esau eating and beat that love spirit in them so much, man, until they love them more than they love themselves. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness in his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. Not for his work. Let's go back into the Apocrypha, which is I was just on 20. No, I wasn't. I was on Job. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 21. 21 and verse. Let's see. 21 and verse. Let's start at verse 8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money, another man's money, is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. That's payback. The congregation of the wicked is like what? Tow. Meaning what? Tow means like something like to drag. Wrapped together in what the end of them is what is a flame of fire to destroy them. That's your future. Death by fire. The second death. Verse 10 of Ecclesiasticus 21 and 10. The way of sinners, and you sinners are include you Israelites, you start with you 2/3, you're going to die with your enemies. The way of sinners is made plain with what? With stones. But at the end thereof is what? Is the pit of hell. The pit of hell is what? Your grave. Pit just means the grave. Right? The pit of hell. Hell fire. There ain't no fire underground. That hell fire is going to be on top of the earth. Is going to be what? You're going to burn until your body turns into what? To nothing. To nothing. Let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk, which is Habakkuk 2 and verse 12. That's what I want. Habakkuk 2 and 12, right? Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city with by iniquity. Who is known for blowing up and going to other countries and nations and doing what? Blowing up people's. You just seen it. A clear example of what they do. What does they say? Woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood. Esau Edom love blood. Love blood, man. Love blood. But you Arabs, y'all not innocent either. You're not innocent. You just getting that's a small portion of what you all have done to the Israelites in time past. So all of you all are just really just getting your get back for the wickedness that you have done to the Israelite, man. No one gets away by mistreating the Most High people, man. No one. None of y'all gets away. So woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. But Esau Edom's sins are no one's sins are greater than Esau Edom of today. I'm gonna read this one more and I'm gonna close this out, right? which is, I'm going to Numbers, right? Numbers 35 in verse, I ain't read them in a while. 30 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land. How do you pollute the land, y'all? Wherein ye are, what? For what? For blood, it defileth the land. Blood defileth the land. And the land cannot be what? But cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not therefore what? The land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, the Lord Yahweh, dwell among the children of Israel. The children of Israel, y'all. Those his people. But guess what? Again, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. So this land is defiled. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So Esau, Edom, that's your future. So that normally say, Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokah HaKudash, Shalom.